And recording. Okay. Yep, I'm hoping this will work. But what Cliff suggested was to use food wrap. Don't look at the brand name or saran wrap. Just something very thin that could cover and not let the casting material go through it. And so I'm hoping to get that impression. I'm going to clean a couple of sticks and twigs out, and like this pine cone which fell in afterwards. That stick doesn't need to be there. I can still see the impression here. I'm hoping to get that good in the heel back here, and we'll yeah. Some of the stuff obviously fell in afterwards. And we'll see what we can get. First things first, I'm going to lay down the saran wrap or the food wrap. I'm not being endorsed by anybody, and I need to get that back in there so I have something to tear it off with. I want to make it big enough, and ideally I want it tight enough to where it doesn't wrinkle when I pour the casting material in, but loose enough to where it'll conform to the shape. And that'll be the trick. Whether this works or not, I've never done this before, and so we'll just have to kind of wing it as we go and try to get a decent flow going here, but it'll be what it is. I'll be happy if I get anything that resembles a print, or it could just be a big blob. But in the meantime, I'm going to try not to be too boring here. I'm going to put some gloves on, and I don't know if you can, I think you can see my casting kit here. What I have is I've got 2 bottles of plaster, and it's the whatever you want to call this, it's art plaster. And what I've done is I've made casting kits, and basically these are freezer bags, and I'm going to dump the casting powder, the dry plaster in here, and then mix it up, and then we'll pour it in the mold. If I got a little bit of extra here if I need to. I can mix up a little bit more and pour more on top. And I got a little bit of extra water, so I can do this. And according to the box on this art plaster, once mixed, it will take, it's basically a 2-to-1 ratio with the water bottle. That's why I have everything measured out. So two bottles of the powder to 1 bottle of water, and mix it all up. And if I need to add some powder, I have some extra with me, and we'll go from there. Hopefully I won't screw it up too badly, but we'll knead this stuff together and then start pouring. Hopefully it's not too much. Oh, I got a little hole in the bag, but that's okay. No, bad bag, bad bag. Maybe I need to put a bag in the bag. And this stuff it's mixing up pretty good. It might be a little runny. I might need to add a little bit more powder. Live and learn. I guess I should have not poured all the water in at once. So I think I'm going to add just a little bit more powder. That's okay. That's why I brought extra. darn if I know how much is good to add, so I'm just going to do a handful and go from there. Never actually have, this is the first time I'm doing it in the field, so it might be, still might be a little messy. That's okay. I'll put my hand on the bag here. There we go. And that's a little bit better, I think. Just so it's not so boring here listening to me mix up stuff. Yeah, this is working up good. It's about the right consistency, I think. It's about like pancake batter. So I probably could have used a little less water than I had, but it'll all work out, I think. But we're just kind of southeast of Detroit, which is just a little southeast of where the Oregon Bigfoot Highway starts in Detroit. Which this ridgeline that we're kind of in a little valley on, that's going up over the back direction here, is a parallel ridgeline to Breitenbush. And so it has a bit of, a little bit of a history. And that's why I like coming up here. And, oh yeah, this looks pretty good. So, well, normally you would do like a, quote unquote, a splatter technique. But I don't think a splatter technique is necessary for this up here because, that's so it doesn't destroy the impression or dermal ridge lines and things like that. But I don't think that's going to be a factor here because we've got something in between it, and this material that it's in isn't going to give us that relief anyway. So I'm just going to do some pouring here and hopefully not destroy everything while we're doing it. I'm not sure how well it's going to go. Here's kind of like the toe areas. I'm hoping this is going to be enough plaster. It's more than it looks, I'm hoping. Kind of like a baker's thing for doing piping. I think I might not have enough plaster here, so I might need to grab some more and mix up a bit more. Darn it. So, need to adjust my kit. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to rip this glove off, pour some more powder in here and mix some more stuff up. I guess I hopefully won't run out of water. I think I got more water in the car or the truck. Water, everybody's friend. Yeehaw. I'm getting my hands really messy, but that's okay. I want to get this enough to where it fills in, not enough to where it won't work. giant toothpaste bag. Come on, everybody out. Come on. Okay. Congratulations, you're getting this all warts and all. So we'll see how badly I do with this. And it's really already starting to set up some, but yeah, my hands are now pretty filthy. We're going to go ahead and let this do its thing. And about 30 minutes, so it's 5:30 now. By about 6 o'clock it should be hopefully set up enough. I mean, it's already starting to set. It's pretty thick as it is, so I don't think we'll have much of a problem. Go ahead and pause the main camera so you don't get to watch 30 minutes of nothing. So